Okay, the novel was actually the first one that I wrote, even though it's the third one that's been released. And I wrote it 10 years ago, just after the floods in Hull, which were not very well publicised. A lot of people who I've talked about this to have said, did Hull flood? And it was huge, but it just didn't make the news, which was really sad. It was kind of called the Forgotten City. And so we were flooded out of our home, and it was a very traumatic time. And we were living in a house that I hated. I called it the flood house because we'd moved in there because of that. And my daughter got very ill. She got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes during this time. So I gave my job up. We lost our car, we lost our house, we lost our belongings, and we lost my daughter's health. And so I started writing. So it was kind of therapy. And this character came to me, Catherine Maria, and she had been flooded like I had, and she volunteered at a place called Flood Crisis, which is a bit like Samaritans, where people can call who need help. And this Catherine, she has lost a whole chunk of her childhood that she can't remember. So as the floods come, it's kind of symbolic that her memory is flushed out. I won't say any more than that.
That's it.
It is very inspired by true life, although Catherine Maria is completely made up. But people do say there are aspects of your character in her. She's a very feisty woman. She's very blunt. She's probably got a lot of the Yorkshire traits that we have, where people speak their minds and they're very honest with you. But at the beginning of the novel, she is a broken woman. She's struggling. But volunteering and listening to other people's stories who are perhaps worse off than her is very helpful to her.